Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Banishing the Doubt, Living Our Best Lives Now. Tonight I want to start off with a statement that I would love for you guys to really internalize. Okay? Anything or anyone that controls my thinking, I am a victim to. Okay? Anything or anybody that controls the way I feel about myself, the way I think about myself, I am now a victim to that person. Okay, so the coworker at work, your sister-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, your neighbor, whatever it may be, whoever that person is in our life that say, "Oh, she or he just drives me crazy." We are victims to those people. Okay. However, conversely, those people who just push our buttons, they become or they are our greatest teachers in our life because as we learn to understand our thinking and become more introspective and start to understand and become more aware, we realize those people are showing us the area or areas of our life where we need to change. Okay. Those areas of our life where we're choosing not to be peaceful and loving. Okay. Where we're still acting out. The ego is still inside of us is still acting out. That inner child is still acting out. Okay? So, from a spiritual standpoint, guys, I would like for you to understand as that there's this giant cosmic mirror out there. And this cosmic mirror in the universe, it reflects it reflects what goes on in our minds. Okay? Our minds are like a responsive canvas. Okay? The responsive canvas is reflecting the vibes that we put out. The world shows us what's going on in our mind. Okay? So when we start to become more aware of what our thinking is, when we start to change the dialogue in our minds, when we start to become aware of how we've been thinking and we need to change that thinking, we become more aware of we want to become more peaceful in our thinking, more loving in our thinking. The cosmic mirror is going to reflect back to us what's going on in our mind. Okay, they can think of our minds as this giant blank canvas. Okay, and our minds, think of our minds as a master painter. Okay, the beliefs are our brushes, and our thoughts are the strokes shaping the canvas of our reality. So think of yourself from tonight on. Think of tonight, okay? Something else as I found very interesting today. Today is 1 month from Christmas. Well, this morning I was thinking about it. It was 1 month since Christmas morning. Christmas, as we're here, that time of year when everybody's a little bit nicer, okay, things seem to slow down a little bit. We wake up on Christmas morning, right? That one day of the year when we wake up, we're kind of like kids again. If we have kids, we're sort of seeing Christmas through their eyes. But 1 month out, and how many of us are going to our jobs and somebody asks, "How you doing?" We're like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good." Right? We just sort of unconsciously slide right back into the old thinking, the old ways of thinking, where Christmas, everybody's happy, we're joyful, we're joyous, right? We're around family. But right after that, we slide right back into these old, um, unconscious ways of thinking, because one of the reasons why is because scientific proof is that by age 35, 95% of who we are is a memorized set of beliefs, emotional reactions, unconscious habits, hardwired attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions. So if by age 35 we have those sets memorized, then it's a no wonder within a month's time we're back to the old sort of recycled thinking. So how we change is we start to realize or start to understand that we are creating reality in our life every moment of our life. In the Bible, Jesus said to his apostles, "But who do you say I am?" Who you say you are is your reality. Okay? Thoughts are just that, they're thoughts. But what happens is, as we have these thoughts repeated over and over and over again, we start to develop what's called an attitude. An attitude is just a bunch of thoughts strung together. Okay? How we think and how we feel creates our state of being. And if we take an attitude and we string an attitude and attitude and attitude together, we form a belief. And a belief is nothing more than a shortened or an elongated state of being. All right? And our state of being is created by how we think and how we feel. So if how we think and how we feel is coming from a canvas, right, that we painted, that is of fear, frustration, anger, sadness, unworthiness, low self-esteem, low energy, then the world is going to reflect back to us exactly what we're putting out. So how you want to change is you want to start to surround yourself with, these things here. This cell phone, okay? Every day of our life, guys, pretty much every moment, okay? Right here in our hand, we have a choice. Every day, we have a choice. We could turn this on and we can choose to search there, to listen to an audiobook. You Are the Placebo by Joe Dispenza. James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. We can choose to listen to those books, or we could choose to go on Instagram and Facebook and X and whatever else is out there, Snapchat, whatever. Okay, go to our political websites. It's in those moments, guys, that we choose how we want the world to reflect back to us. We do it unconsciously. Okay, like I've stated before, when think about your day today, you woke up, same side of the bed, went to the bathroom, you had your breakfast, you had a cup of coffee, probably the same mug, right? You went to work, you drove to work, same path, you saw the same coworkers, same people, the same emotional buttons were being pushed, and here we are back home again. Now, if you're watching this video, and you've watched any of my other videos or other videos on the people that I mentioned, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Neville Goddard, James Allen, or the book that he wrote, As a Man Thinketh, you're starting to change the narrative in your mind. We start to become more aware of what we've been thinking about in the moment. So it could be as simple as somebody goes, hey Bob, hey Susie, how you doing at work? And in that moment, you maybe or become aware, instead of saying, yeah, same old, same old. You stop and say, no, it's not the same old, same old. You know what? My world is great. Everything in my world happens. Everything works out for me in my world. I I am loving my life. I love everything about my life. Now they're probably gonna look at you a little bit and say like, well, what's going on with her? Or what's going on with him? I usually get the same old, because they're part of the same old crowd, right? They're part of this, same crap, different day crowd, right? So if you want your life to change, the best way to predict your life is to create it. Okay, so how we think and how we feel creates our state of being. And what we think about, we bring about. And if we string thoughts together, we create an attitude. We start to string attitudes together, we start creating beliefs. We string beliefs together, belief and a belief and a belief, we start to create a perception. Okay? So I want you to also remember that our thoughts, our mind, is like this giant canvas. Okay? And I'm looking at it right here, just over my computer screen. Be not afraid, only believe. That's one of the quotes that I live by. Be not afraid, because a part of becoming introspective is the unknown. Like I talked about last night, the study that was done, the different men and women that they spoke with and asked to take this study. The two questions they asked them was, one, would you sit alone with your thoughts for 15 minutes? Or B, give yourself an electric shock. 30% of the women who were part of that study said they'd rather give themselves an electric shock. 60% of the men in that study said they would rather have given themselves an electric shock rather than sit alone with their thoughts for 15 minutes. Because when they were asked why they would give themselves a shock, they said because the thoughts that they would have being alone, being quiet, are thoughts of, I'll just say, unhappiness. Okay? My life is not working out. Somebody just got proposed to and I'm still single. Thoughts of that. So be not afraid, only believe. Believe in the fact that you and I, we can change our lives one moment at a time, one thought at a time. Start to become more aware of what you are thinking. Okay? All of us have within us this divine spark. It was part of our being when we were born. It'll still be with us till the day we transition. We don't pass away. We just transition. The spirits, people who've passed on prior to us, are here with us. Okay, I truly believe that. They're here right now in this room with me. I I I believe that. Okay, believe that nothing is impossible. The world outside, the news, um, gossip, all that stuff is the way we look at it is our reality. We're looking at it as reality. So if you think it's bad, it's bad. That's your reality. Start to change your thinking towards what's going on around you in this 3D reality, and the 3D reality will change. So that's my message to you guys tonight. Change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at are going to change. It's a guarantee. Until I see you again, God bless. And like I always ask, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get more and more videos like this. Comment down below if you feel you'd like to, and share this information so we can get this information out to as many people as possible. Have a great night, guys.